it doesn't even matter what the fear is, dude. You are an infinite fucking being. The same thing that created the entire universe is within you. How can you be afraid of something that you created yourself? Doesn't even make sense, does it? So what it is it's an illusion created by the ego. What's up, guys? We are back at it with another video. I want to first say I hope y'all niggas is having a beautiful and blessed day. Let's get straight into it. Today we're going to talk about fear, how to get over fear, how to overcome fear, and why fear is actually just an illusion of the mind. So first, let's talk about how to get over fear. Now, these are 3 simple and easy steps. So, number 1, state the worst case scenario. Yes, state the worst case scenario. You see, a lot of times we want to ignore fear, which ignoring fear actually gives fear more power. State the worst case scenario. So say you're on a roller coaster, right? And you're scared of the roller coaster. Well, what can happen on the roller coaster? You could die. The roller coaster can the roller coaster can malfunction and you can die. That's can happen. You can die. So you're afraid of the roller coaster malfunctioning and you dying of a horrible death. That's what you're afraid of. Wow. Crazy. So that's the worst case scenario. And I say state the worst case scenario, and a lot of you may believe that that actually strengthens fear and that actually should make you more fear and more scary. But actually, when you realize the worst case scenario, it makes you think like, that's not that bad. Because death isn't that bad. If the roller coaster honestly malfunctions and you die, which is, we're gonna get to that in a minute, but that's a completely very, very, very rare chance. If that honestly happens, then bro, it was just your time to go. Like, you could, bro, every person you walk past could just stab you. Every person you walk past could have a gun on them and they could shoot you. You know how many times you just do something where you could die? So you drive in a car, every single person who's driving in another car next to you could just say fuck it and just crash the car into you and you could die. So you scared of this roller coaster even though you do risky situations like this every single day. So I use death because a lot of people are afraid of death, which death isn't even that crazy. In this Western society, we made death like, oh my God, death. But bro, it's literally like you just going to another place. I mean, it's literally like you traveling to Europe or like something. You get what I'm saying? Like you're going to another place. You're going to a different dimension. You're going to another spectrum of light. But that's a whole nother thing right there. State why the worst case scenario isn't that bad. And that's basically what I just did there. So dying ain't that bad. You afraid of this roller coaster because you could die in a horrible death. But if that was your time to go, then that was just your time to go. And dying ain't that bad either. I mean, at least you're gonna have a quick death. You ain't dying of like cancer or something. You're not gonna have a long, very painful death. You just boom, you're gone, and that's it. And if the roller coaster honestly fucks up, once again, that was probably just your time to go. So another thing is you gotta think about the chances. So what are the honest chances that roller coaster could fuck up? Like what are the honest to God chances? Well, how many people honestly die on a fucking roller coaster? You don't think Six Flags got their shit built safe enough where you won't die and you won't get fucked up because they're afraid of getting sued? They care way more about getting sued and losing hella money than your life, my nigga. So, I mean, they gonna fix that roller coaster up. They gonna fix it right. And I use the roller coaster here because, yes, my nigga, I was afraid of roller coasters. I was afraid of roller coasters, and I was afraid of, I think, dogs. Yeah, I had a fear of roller coaster and a fear of dogs. And that's just how it is. I told y'all my fears. I want to be 100% authentic. So that was my fears. Roller coasters and dogs. But I use these 3 steps, and the 3 steps, once again, are state the worst case scenario. State why the worst case scenario ain't that bad. And then think about the honest to God chances. So we're going to use a little bit of a more realistic, more weighty thing that a lot of people are afraid of. Let's say, failing Failing a class. Ooh, you're about to fail. Wow. Not that bad. Okay, repeating a grade really ain't that bad, especially nowadays when you can just become an entrepreneur and do other shit, or you just find a very high-paying job. You don't really need a college degree like that if you were going to college. So whatever. Yeah, your parents might be tripping, but at the end of the day, they gonna love you anyway. So I mean, so that's the worst case scenario. Is that I'm just drop. I don't know what the fuck that was, but anyways. 1.5 to this 3 steps of how to get over fear is nigga, did you do everything you could possibly do? Because if you did everything you could possibly do, then you shouldn't really give a fuck. If you failed the test and you did everything you were supposed to do, then hey, you good. You good. Even if you do fail the test, you did everything you're supposed to do. I remember in school, bro, I was so shit at math, bro. I was so trash at math. Sometimes I did everything I was supposed to do and I still failed the test. And you know what I said? I said, hey, bro, in my school, you can reassess. I don't know about that in your school. Not ready to point a video, though. But I was like, hey, bro, that it is what it is. I did everything in my possible power. What are the chances? What are the honest to God chances that you can fail the test? If you did everything that you're supposed to do, then fuck it. Be in the present moment and just live life, bro. Who cares? 20 years from that day that you failed that test, oh no. You're not gonna remember that shit at all. You're not gonna be homeless. Man, I should have never failed that motherfucking chemistry test. God damn it, I should have studied more. Bro, just be in the present moment, bro. It's really not that bad. In high school, we got all this weight on our shoulders. We think the world revolves around high school. It's so crazy. No, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So, it's another thing. What else? So my best point with using these 2 examples is you can really use these 3 steps for anything. First step, state the worst case scenario. Second step, state why the worst case scenario ain't that bad. Give pros and cons to it, mostly pros. And then 3, think about the chances. And then to add on to that, number 4, think about the present moment. Just think about the present moment and think about the future, really. Don't think about, oh, what I could have did. I could have did this and I could have did that and now this is going to happen. Think about the future in a very positive light and have a very light and positive mindset. Hey, shit really not that bad. In 20 years, am I going to remember this? Probably not. You're probably not going to remember it. I don't know what fear you have, but depending on it, you probably not. And if you have a fear of like death or like aging, if you have a fear of aging, first off, that's inevitable. If you have any fear that's inevitable or that's really rare or that might not even fucking happen, you shouldn't have that fear. You see, fear is shackles. As soon as you have fear, you have a shackle on you. It doesn't even matter what the fear is, dude. You are an infinite fucking being, the same thing that created the entire universe is within you. So how can you be afraid of something that you created yourself? Doesn't even make sense, does it? So what it is it's an illusion created by the ego. You see, I was afraid of dogs because a dog bit my sleeve. But what I don't know is that the spirit that's inside of me, no, not Dante Culpepper, the ego, but the spirit that's inside of me created that dog, created that scenario, so I can get past it and I can get over it and I can figure out, hey, why do I have fear? Hey, how do I get over fear? And then I can make this video. You see how everything works out in the end? So whatever fear you have, that fear is created by the spirit and is used by the ego. The ego's gonna be like, oh, I'm so scared of it and I don't want to think about it. No, use your spirit to get over that shit, because trust me, anything you are afraid of, your spirit can jump over that shit like a fucking hurdle in a track race or some shit. It can just hop over that shit. It's not even tripping about it. The thing that is tripping about it, the fear that you have, is created by your ego, and your ego is an illusion. Your ego is not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a tool. But It's an illusion at the end of the day. So I hope you guys resonated with the words I spoke on today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please tell me what you thought about the video. I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram, and I have a Snapchat. I'm gonna start posting more on TikTok, so make sure to follow that. And I also got some shit on Instagram. I also got some shit on Snapchat. So make sure to follow all my socials basically, because I'm very active on there. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.